Hey everybody, Michael Tiny Saul. It is 12:30 in the morning on Monday, April 11th, and this is the stock watch list for the week of April 11th, 2011. Okay, before we get started, I have to apologize in advance. It's late, so there's going to be some screw-ups on this video. And what I mean screw-ups is I may do a couple of or not get the right number and correct myself. I apologize in advance. Usually I like to go through these and edit them and clean them up, but it's just so late. I still have to get to viewer requests, so I apologize if this doesn't sound as professional as some of the other ones do. But the good thing is I still managed to put the music on it, right? All right. Okay, let's take a look at Mercer International, MERC. Triggered last week, nice move. Either half was taken off here, or here. Okay, not all three. Just I said take half off on the big push, and we got the big push right on basically the first day. Now stop should be below the 10-day moving average here. So use a 1409 stop, and if we don't go higher on Monday, we're going to trail that stop. But right now, 1409 for a stop on the second half. If by some chance this pushes up tomorrow and breaks the highs, then we want to move stops even tighter, okay? So right now, 1409, but if it breaks out and goes higher, it doesn't look like a great pattern. It doesn't look bearish per se because it's hanging in the top, but it doesn't look like, it's ready to go. But if it does push high, by some chance it does push high and take out that 1527, move stops. Continue to trail stops, and we'll adjust it as needed. All right, let's get to the new list. 10 stocks. Herbalife. Is it a rising wedge? A lot of people think a rising wedge is automatically bearish. It's not. A wedge is a sign of volatility contraction and could lead to expansion from either side. I'm watching for this wedge to break down, though. So I'm going to be using an entry of 81.81. 81.81 on a break. If it goes 80 cents, so if it goes right before 81 to 81.01, I'll be moving stops to break even, and I'm looking for this to retest these lows down here. So I have a pretty strong target on this, but I'm moving, actually pretty weak target, but a pretty strong as far as the move is concerned. But I'm going to be moving stops right away, because what I don't want is a breakout and then a remount in and it breaks the other way, okay? Sometimes when volatility contracts, it'll do what I call shaking the tree. And what will happen is you'll get breaks both ways and just be completely frustrated. Oh, I short. No, now I'm going to go long. Oh, no, time to short again before it decides which way it's going. So an 80-cent gain, moving stops to break even. And if it goes from there, great. If not, I don't want to get caught up in the volatility shakeout. WCRX. Okay, WCRX is a half-size trade. Entry is above Friday's highs, 24.01, and a stop is below the 20 EMA, so using 23.49. So you have, let's see, one and then 52-cent stop, okay, and it's half size. So it will only count as a half unit if it does stop out. Okay, since it's a 52-cent stop, if it goes 30 cents, stops at break even. All right, looking for $1 on this, but if it goes 30 cents, move stops to break even. Okay, Harman International is in a sideways consolidation here, still above the 200-day, but I think this one's getting ready to break down. Look at the rejection at the 50-day. If it does break, and it has to break this low here, 44.78 low, so if it breaks that, I'm looking for an 80-cent stop to move stop. I'm sorry, an 80-cent gain is what I'm talking about with the screw-ups, right? 80-cent gain will move stops to break even, okay? I'm looking for the gap fill first, and then I'm looking for this 200-day ultimately, but an 80-cent gain, move stops to break even. MDVN. Okay, MDVN is in a nice pennant after a nice impulse to the upside. Broke out of this little base here. Looking for an entry of 2038 with a stop at 2001. So you know what? No, 2038 with a stop at 1998. So use a 40-cent stop on this one. Quarter gain, move stops to break even. Gets 80 cents, take half off, okay? Everybody get that? We'll do it again. I may have rushed it through. 2038 entry, 1998 stop, which is a 40-cent risk. It goes a quarter, move stops to break even. It goes 80 cents, half off. Joy Global. Joy Global, entry on Friday's high, okay? $100.32 with a stop at $98.02. So you're talking about a $2.30 stop. Everybody's like, ooh. But remember, it's as far as management goes, and I'm just managing these for the video. You trade them any way you want. But for management of the video, everything just starts with a unit of risk. Okay, when we went to the half unit with WCRX, that's a half unit of risk. So let's say a unit is $100. Okay, and you can scale it any way you want. Just because it has a large $2 stop, all right, that means that, okay, I can risk $100. It means I could take 50 shares. Oh, this one has a 40-cent stop. Okay, well, in this one, I could take 250 shares. All right, that's the difference. All right, all that means is what the size is adjusted to. It doesn't matter how big. Listen, if we put Google on the list, we'd probably be using an $8, $9, $10 stop on it. All right, that doesn't mean that, oh, you lose it, you're wiped out. No. And for some people, they can't take that kind of size because of their account size, and those are the ones you have to skip. All right, but that's up to you. Like I said, I have no idea what you're trading or what your financial situation is. All right, SGI. Watching SGI, it has a coil here, but it has a mini coil up front. I'm looking for the highs here. 2061 entry with a stop at 1971. So a 90-cent stop. If this were to move 45 cents, I'd move stops to break even and looking for this to get a buck on half before moving. I have a real cheapie here, and this one is high risk because it's cheap and the volume isn't that great. I do not own any of the, I don't own any of the stocks currently on this list, and I'm not looking to get in this one. I just pointed this out because I found it on the scan. It's a real cheapie. All right, if you're looking at it, the entry is $3.24. The stop is $3.04. Okay, so you're looking at 20 cents here. Very light volume. All right, so you probably want to use half size, and the target is up here. Right, so you're looking at about an 80-cent target if it gets it. So you're looking at 4-to-1. But if you obviously take half size, that means that you're only looking at a pure 2-to-1, right? It would only net 2 units. Actually, no, it's still 4-to-1, but it would be a net of 2 units, okay? So just be careful on this one because it doesn't trade that thick, all right? Let's look at NTAP, NetApp Inc., all right? Looks bearish to me. This was an impulse on Monday, and then it spent the rest of the week and couldn't even close basically above the midpoint of that red candle, could not close above it. So right here, I'm looking for continuation to the downside, 46.44 entry with a stop at 47.26, okay? I'm sorry, 46.44 entry, 46.44 with a stop at 47.34. So 90-cent risk. It goes 45 cents, move stops to break even, out half plus $1, ride the rest. COV. Covidin. Okay, this one, all right, has a nice tight little pattern here. Overall, it has a bigger pattern. Okay, this one could be ready to go, but be very careful on this one. Once again, the volume doesn't look bad, but if you pop up a 5-minute chart, okay, it has some gaps in it. Just be careful on this one, okay? We're looking for this one on the long side. Entry is 52.82. The stop would be 52.12. So you're looking at, right, because we go below the 20 EMA. So you're looking at 70-cent risk, 40-cent gain, stops to break even. Look to take half off plus a buck. And then finally, BDX. Okay, I'm going to wait on this one. This one is just a wait and see. There is no actionable trigger on this one for Monday. That's it. I'm sorry that I kind of rushed through it. I tried to point out everything I could, but it's late, and this is like my 5th take of this. I'm sorry that there were some errors. I hope I corrected them all. If you're unsure of anything, just stay away. It's fine. Write me an email. I will try to answer as quickly as possible on Monday. Okay, this is it for this video. Next video is going to be viewer requests for the week of April 11th. That's coming up next. Have a great trading day on Monday. Talk to everybody again in the next video.